Puneet Gupta, I'm the founder and CEO of a company called OceanLeap. I want to thank Deepak and Sudhir and the SIPA team for inviting us here, and look forward to engaging with you and the panelists. So what do we do? Well, we're not building a device, we're not building an app. So what are we doing in wearables? We're building a system that's going to power the wearable economy. So let me tell you what that is. A little bit, to start with a little bit background about the company. We're at it for about a year, founded in late last year, about December. Located right here in Santa Clara, building an mobile app development platform for wearables. Small team, but starting to get some good traction and good recognition from the market. So a little bit background about our team. Myself, before starting OceanLeap, I was general manager at Amazon Web Services, so background in big data and cloud computing. My co-founder is Alex Potashnik, our CTO. He's from Tableau Software, so deep background in data analytics, and a couple of star engineers on the front-end side and then on the back-end side. Let's talk about the wearables market. We've actually heard a lot about this all this morning. And primarily, we've sort of heard on this side of the equation where a lot of the chip manufacturers, be it SoC or MEMS, are putting out what's called reference kits for you to go out and build the wearable devices, okay? And it's gathering a lot of momentum. I think Carlos talked a lot about the Edison chip from Intel, and there's a bunch of others from different companies, and there's more coming. And they're delivering you this stack on the right, and then they say, okay, go build your device. Problem is that the users are not looking for a device. As we all know, they're looking for an experience. They're looking for a solution. And to build that, you essentially need these things behind the device. So you need to build an engaging app. And if your engaging app is not powered by cloud and analytics on the back end, it's pretty much DOA, dead on arrival. So you need to also build this stack on the backside of it to really ultimately deliver a good wearable device and experience. So what does it take to build this full end-to-end experience? You certainly need the reference chipset, and then you need to start building your application stack and your cloud platform. And just take a moment to kind of see what it'll take for you to stand up this cloud platform. You need to start from infrastructure. You can certainly go to a place like Amazon or anybody else, but you need to spin up your own servers, set up your own software stack, schema, database, build your own business logic, and then you need to start building attributes and features in the user engagement and device and data management side of things to really deliver an engaging experience. So that's the problem we're solving. We're basically giving you that stack on the blue that I just showed you on the screen above. And the way we're delivering that to you is we're giving you an API set where no matter what kind of a wearable device you're making, health, fitness, fashion, sporting, all the way from health and fitness tracking to building sporting-related apps, engagement apps, you can basically model any kind of a use case using the software stack from OceanLeap. Once you've modeled your use case, then we're giving you another layer on top of that where you can start to basically drive user engagement. I think it was the gentleman from Misfit earlier who said that majority of the users drop off in 30 days, in the first 30 days. And I think that's a function not of the device, but actually the experience that's missing. So you really need to start thinking about, what is the user engagement that I'm going to provide on my wearable device that's going to keep the user keep coming back. And our pricing model through all of this is pretty typical of a platform. It's a pay-as-you-go, basically taking a chapter out of Amazon's playbook. A quick sort of a deeper dive into when we say model any kind of a use case. So this is part of our architecture. This is part of our architecture stack, where, like I said, across the spectrum in wearables, all the way from pets to humans to fashion, you can essentially model all of these use cases using our platform. And those basically get distilled down into measurement types, activities, and attributes. And if you come onto our platform, you'll understand how you would model your application and your use case using these attributes. Once you model these attributes and define your use case, then you can start to build this engagement layer, right? And this is super important. Here are just some of the examples. And these are things that are available to you pretty much out of the box. So you can build all of this experience without writing a single line of server code. You still have to build the app, for which we provide you the APIs and the SDK, but you don't have to do anything on the server. And you can start to build these kind of engaging experiences. We talked a lot about analytics. That's sort of the holy grail. What does that mean? All kinds of different data that's coming in. Here are just some of the examples that you can get out of our platform from day one. So by structuring it in a way where we let you define your use case, then delivering this engagement model on top of that, we're able to give you these kind of analytics right out of the box on day one. And this, we believe, is what's going to keep your user coming back and staying engaged with your application. So how do you get started? How do we make users come on board to our platform? A few things. One, we're starting to partner with the reference design and chip makers, the SoC makers. If Sanjay is still in the audience, so we're talking with MCube, they're putting out a reference kit, and what we're doing with these folks is the data that's coming out of their chipset, we're taking that already into our SDK. So we make it dead simple. If you happen to be building on their reference design, that you can come into our platform, and you can very quickly build your app. So if you're a hardware person, and we're able to think of ourselves as an Arduino for software, for building the app. Okay. We're also giving you a pre-built reference application that we have built, just to kind of get you to see what's possible on this platform. That app is called Step Shaker. It's available on the Apple App Store. You can download it. You can play around with it. The screenshots that I showed you earlier are part of that experience. And the last, of course, to get you started, we give you some sample code and APIs. A go-to-market and target customer segment. Clearly, anybody building any kind of a wearable device and app builders. We have a live customer on that end, a company called Sniper. And then again, our go-to-market is to partner with these chips and MEMS makers and use them as the channel partner to get our platform out. Here's one company that's a paying customer that's building on our platform. These guys are reimagining the sport of lacrosse. So they're building a sensor that's going to stick at the end of the lacrosse stick, and they're going to track throws and catches in right hand and left hand and build an engaging experience for players and coaches to drive the sport of lacrosse. InvenSense, another company that we're partnering with, again, as I mentioned, so they are seeing tremendous value in a platform like this because they're providing the SoC, and then we come in and we provide the rest, and it makes a complete solution for their target market. We're looking to raise $500,000 in seed funding, some initial customers, and this is our fundraise.
I think that means that you're 30 seconds over. So thank you, Puneet from Ocean Leap, and just for the criteria for the judges is, what do you like about this company? Is there a scope for improvement? And is this company investable? Those are the criteria for judgment.
Well, we provide an app platform for
wearables. You said all that. Yeah. Looks like you grabbed the wrong presentation. You grabbed the customer presentation for investors. What do investors care about? They don't care about a lot of the things you talked about. Investors care about what is the unique unmet need which you fill. Why is it not being met by other people? How will you make money? What's your pricing strategy? What's your partnership strategy? How will I make money? And you barely touched on any of them. For first 2.5 minutes, I'm asking myself, what is it? Is it a code? Is it API? Is it when you say platform, what does it really mean? What is it solving? So you need to be able to answer 2 questions in the first 30 seconds before you move from your first slide, which I call slide 0. What problem are you solving, and who has this problem? And I'm still searching for those 2 answers. I don't have them.
All right, Carlos.
Yeah, actually, I would agree with that. I was kind of confused because I was trying to understand what's unique about it. When we say this is an API for any company making wearables, every wearable company, well, not every, but a lot of the wearable companies or companies who are making wearables already have a platform, already have an API, already have. So who specifically, what type of wearables? I mean, what's that need that we're, meeting, and how we're doing it?
I mean, if you had told me that most app developers, they don't understand the server side. So we just take all that hassle out of your head. We manage all the back end, and we give you like 3 simple APIs to communicate with server. Okay, I can see some value in that, but you didn't say it.
I see.
So you need to be figured out what do you say in the first 30 seconds. Don't start by telling about, company history, because right now we don't care yet. Make me care first. And then I'll be interested, is it a new company? Is it 2 years old or whatever it is? So think about that. How could you start with that? So you really need to take a hard look on what do you do. So let's see how the other companies do.
Fair enough.
Then we'll come back to you.
It's always a risk going first, but thanks.
It's a learning experience, guys. It's a learning experience. There is nothing to be disheartened or very happy about. It's just a learning experience over here. And I'm sure when they go to the next investor, they're going to be way more prepared and wiser for their experience today.